Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. The chat's already popping up with a ton of people. Rapunzel, William, Archer Jacob Barton. Hello, Brianna. Oh, so great to see everyone. Louise X Sparrow. This is going to be a really fun episode, guys. We've been waiting for it, and now it's here. I would love to introduce my lovely co-hosts here, Brandi and PJ. How are you guys doing today?
Doing just fine. How are you?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
From what? From storm chasing?
No, actually, although we did have an EF3 last Wednesday that touched down in Siouxland, so it's a good thing we canceled. But no, my family's been in town, so we've just been running around doing everything under the sun, literally, and it's been great. But yes, how are you doing, PJ?
Good. I've been thinking the whole week that, and I thought this before, that you should at some point put on a GoPro and make a documentary of your storm chasing.
Oh, it's going to happen. I just actually need to be able to get out there. Our weekend gal, she was off this week and she was out in New York. And so it was just me and our chief, and we're just like, oh, wow, okay, let's go. And both in the studio because, it was chaos.
Has Brandi ever gone storm chasing with you?
I don't think I've ever been given the pleasure. But the moment you want to make an actual documentary, I will show up with my camera ready to go.
Yes. See, we already have a camera crew. Oh, I love it. Well, I also love this. Bree wants to know, can we start with the fan theories this week? You've been dying to know what Brandi has thought for Miyuki's crimes against the Fire Nation. Yes. Although I do have to go through the Netflix description because apparently Avatar's leaving Netflix soon and it'll only be on Paramount Plus, which I didn't know. And I mean, I'm okay with it because I have both, and it just means I can cancel Netflix and save some bucks. So, but
Wow.
I do have the description right here, and it's awful as always. Like, this was more of a letdown than I thought. But it goes, with Sokka and Katara still ailing from the effects of the storm, Aang must find some frozen frogs to cure his cohorts. Nothing about the Blue Spirit at all.
Hey, you know what? This episode is titled Blue Spirit. Does he really need to be mentioned in the description? Obviously, Netflix thought not.
Yeah, I was hoping you guys would explain that to me because
yes. Oh, you're gonna like this.
I'm still getting a hang of this.
This isn't the only time we see the Blue Spirit.
Dun dun dun.
And, yes, it's so good. But as always,
in a demonic voice.
Yes. But, we must give the people what they want. Also, holy cow, Shadowcat, you finished The Last Airbender and are now on Legend of Korra? Bro.
Shadowcat's my hero.
Shadowcat's a beast. Heck,
a true legend.
Dude, that is awesome. But yes, we also now have to talk about Miyuki's crimes and how numerous and unspeakable they are, because this cat has some of the greatest fan theories that I've seen. So you wouldn't think of it when you just look at Miyuki.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I got some thoughts.
We're all here for them. And so also, PJ, are you like on this episode, or have you gone a little bit ahead?
No, I have not gone ahead, and I missed an episode. But I really like this one though.
Yeah? Oh, good. Yeah. Yes, because we have a ton more to talk about with the Blue Spirit. But Miyuki, holy cow. This cat, in 2 episodes, there's a great line where it goes, Miyuki, have you gotten in trouble with the Fire Nation again? From that old witch lady. And it has spurred decades of ideas. And it's incredible. Also, well played, Andy. Well played. Yes, there's no live stream or live action in Ba Sing Se, and Rapunzel agrees. And yes, I will, Shadowcat, I will live up to that, and I will watch Babylon 5. And apparently Stargate now. So, yes, Mondays on Orville Nation. Check it out. Doing Stargate now, and I'm excited. But
that will be
now,
fun.
I open the floor to Brandi to discuss Miyuki.
Okay, well, before we do that, I have to give my description for the episode. I don't think we've done that yet.
Nope, I got ahead of myself.
I don't want to break protocol too much here.
No,
Otherwise
it just devolves into chaos, and as much as I love it.
Precisely. Maybe we'll see one episode. That's what we do for nightmares and daydreams.
Yes, there's no method or to the madness.
All right, anyway, so here's my description for today's episode. With both Sokka and Katara being sick, Aang's only ally is a masked stranger whose intentions are unknown.
I like
Drop
that
the
one.
mic.
I do. It's short, it's simple, and I really like it. Because, it covers everything that you need to know.
It really does, and it also doesn't give anything away. So,
yes.
You read that and you're like, what is even going on? There you go.
And sometimes people feel that during the episode. What is happening? Rapunzel agrees. Great description.
Thank you.
Let's see. Ooh, there we go. I don't have Stargate Louise X Sparrow. I haven't seen it in years. Hey, there you go. Time to pick it back up. Yeah? William's pretty psyched for it, too. This is going to be fun. Absolutely. All right, Brandi. Now we open the doors to you. Tell us, what are the crimes of Miyuki?
All right, so here's the thing. I don't think, and people can come at me, that's fine. I don't think I'm going to get into the crimes of Miyuki because the line was not said in this episode. However, I will tell you a fan theory I have about Miyuki.
Yes?
Okay. I'm pretty certain. Not really, but Miyuki is a spirit protecting, like, the herbalist or maybe even the spirit of the town. Nonetheless, the reason why the herbalist said, Miyuki, did you get in trouble with the Fire Nation again, is because 23 years ago, when the Miyuki, the spirit, came back, she, like, smacked the Fire Nation army out of the area. Like, boom, done.
Oh.
And they have not come back since because they cannot deal with the reckoning that is Miyuki.
Miyuki the hero instead of Miyuki the war criminal. Okay, I see that.
Exactly. And so that's why I believe it's in Bato, the Water Tribe, when June comes up, the herbalist asks that it's not because she committed any war crimes. It's because she rid the area of the Fire Nation because she's the spirit protecting the area.
See, that could make sense. You know, spirits in Avatar tend to protect them, and a cat could be a spirit.
We've seen like a couple of spirits in the series. So like we have Heibai, who's the spirit of the forest, and then we also have in season 3 we kind of see like the painted lady and how she like protects that river. So it's already established in the series that spirits protect certain locations, and I feel like the herbalist, like there's some type maybe like spiritual connection in the area, especially like maybe like because the herbalist's hut is like on top of a mountain away from the city, the abandoned city that like Aang and everybody are at. I think that city's called Taku.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty certain. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's Taku, Taku. But yeah. So I think Miyuki is protecting the herbalist. Plus, that cat has been living for 23 years.
I gotta say, I love the name Miyuki, by the way.
Isn't it a perfect name for a cat?
So I think the Avatar extras, it says that Miyuki is just the name of one of the animators that was working on the series.
That's
and they just
cool.
named the cat after. So I think that's so cute.
That's adorable. Also, Rapunzel has a good point. One nation's war criminal is another nation's hero. And
an excellent point.
I think, let me find this. This is the face of a hero. I pulled out the fan art real quick, just totally. I could see Miyuki just going ham on the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
So
they're like, we came in. They're occupying the city, and like Miyuki just comes up, walks in between two soldiers. They look down at her. She meows. They're like, look at you, fluffy little kitty. They bend down, and then she just scratches out the eyes. That's the end of it.
Oh no! Now, PJ, do you have any cats? Have you ever had a cat?
I had a cat when I was little.
Now, was it feisty? Because I feel like any cat owner who has a feisty cat knows they are capable of many, many things.
Well, unlike Katie, I did not imprison my cat in an apartment.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Kidding, Katie. No, but our cat lived out, kind of outdoors, and we would let him in, and he would go out and in and out. But feisty? No, that's just not really. I don't think I would characterize feisty.
See, Radar is very feisty. I actually have, it's kind of hard to see, but I have a scar right here. That's because I was trying to protect him from the vacuum cleaner. So I turned it off. I was like, okay, let's move you to a new room. And as I was picking him up, he caught a glimpse of it, and he just went, crap, crap. And he started flailing, and he got right across my wrist.
Oh, wow. Does he freak out with the vacuum cleaner then? Are you always freaks
totally.
Out?
Yeah. So I imagine if the Fire Nation appeared, Miyuki would have had a similar reaction, just been like, no.
No. You have it incorrect. You see, Miyuki is actually the vacuum in this analogy, and the Fire Nation is the cat.
It works. It absolutely works. And also, apparently, Miyuki means deep snow, so it's a popular name for white cats. And Bree, you could live your new life goal: get a long fur cat with white fur and name them Miyuki or Miyuki the Killer. I think that has a nice ring to it. Take it to the vet and be like, "This is Miyuki the Killer. Take care of her." Oh goodness. But let's see. I think, Miyuki, I honestly accept that theory that Miyuki could be a spirit, because you'll find out, PJ, in the series, most of the animals are hybrids. Like Appa is a bison and a manatee, apparently, which didn't know that.
Wow.
But Miyuki is actually one of the only purebred animals that we see in the series, and just a purebred long-hair cat. So that would go along with the uniqueness.
Well, there's also another fan theory that suggests that any animal in the series that is just a straight-up animal. So we have Miyuki the cat, we have Heibai, who has a panda form. We later on in the series we see some important koi fish. So if the animal is just a straight up animal that we would have, it's a theory that they are a spirit. And so, I mean, Miyuki being a spirit is checking a lot of boxes for me. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah. I am owned by a cat too. Yes, Louise. Anytime you have a cat, it just kind of takes over. As I look and see where he is, because he's probably sneaking up behind me right now. And also, if you don't get that in the UK, Louise, I have a feeling maybe that Avatar is just moving from Netflix in the US. I'm not sure if it's all across the globe, because a lot of times when you see these platforms shifting, it's variable. So hopefully you'll still be able to get it. And hey, look, Brandi, Rapunzel also agrees. So fan theory accepted. Oh, I love it. Well, there's also a ton of other things in this episode beyond Miyuki, the spirit / war criminal / violent cat murderer. And it really does start with a continuation from the last episode, because they were out in this large storm, and scientifically, I must add my input here, you cannot actually get sick purely from the cold. The cold dramatically weakens your immune system, so you can pick up an illness. So technically, it's just Sokka got too cold. But now he has...
Which is really saying something. He's from the South Pole.
Exactly. But I can only assume he's got, like, 2005, like, what virus was going around then. But, poor little Sokka, hallucinating. But apparently Appa's funny.
Appa is always hilarious. I don't even care if you are hallucinating.
Oh, Louise, they're worrying about you seeing Stargate. You have the Avatar DVDs. Like a pro. Okay, well, I'm not sure where Stargate's at right now, so good luck. Oh, and yes, cats are benevolent feline overlords. And
Stargate's at Netflix, Katie.
It is? Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm not deleting that subscription.
So close.
So close to being free.
Netflix, the true overlords, not cats. Maybe they share.
Maybe cats run Netflix.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Oh, great minds think alike. But yeah, so one of the things that I wanted to bring up about this episode is that in a lot of classic cartoons, really, you don't see episodes where the characters get sick necessarily. I was going back and trying to think of episodes where it's like, oh yeah, no, they were totally out of commission and it was only a one-person episode. And I couldn't think of one.
I think that it happens more in series that are like day to day, like kids like going to the school or something like that. Like, I mean, but for something that follows a close storyline, I suppose you may be right.
Katie, can you repeat that? Because I missed that.
Yeah, so with kids' TV shows and everything, I like to think that I'm a connoisseur of sorts, but this is one of the ones where you get to see some of the main characters just be sick the entire episode and be gone from the story. And I can't really remember any other stories or shows that do that.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it looks like Bree agrees Netflix and cats. And what has your cat brought in lately? Radar actually, side tangent real quick. He has the zoomies at night. And when my parents were here, my dad had an inflatable mattress and my mom had a pull-out bed from the couch. And Radar ran from her side of the room to his side in like one leap and like would skid up to my dad's face while he was asleep and stare and then turn around and run and do the same thing to my mom. And yeah, basically he's just a strange guard cat. Yeah. Oh, hey, yep, SpongeBob, because he gets the suds.
I was gonna make that argument, was that SpongeBob gets the suds. But like I feel like SpongeBob is kind of just more of like, I'm gonna call it like a sitcom-y like kind of cartoon. Like it doesn't follow one like really tight-knit storyline. It's just like kind of like day-to-day activities.
It is sitcom, yeah.
Yeah. So whereas Avatar: Last Airbender, obviously a little bit more dramatic, follows a tight-knit storyline. So I'm trying to like think of those types of cartoons, and I'm like, maybe they don't usually get sick. That's what I was like. I feel like Katie's making a good point here.
I mean, it was a good way to get the siblings out of the story for just be focused on the Airbender.
Quality writing. You find ways around it. We're gonna get that solo story. But we get to see Aang going and figuring out, okay, we gotta help Katara and Sokka because clearly they're just loopy out of their minds. And we get to meet the wonderful Miyuki and the really crazy lady, which at one point when Aang goes, "You're insane," she just goes,
That's right. I mean, I feel like I don't think she has a name. I think they just refer to her as the herbalist. But like
she does not have an official name.
Straight up old person goals.
Crazy cat lady.
Like this is who I strive to be when I'm older. is...
You want to live alone on a mountaintop with a cat?
You act like this is a surprise to you, Katie.
It does make sense. And, Rapunzel actually seems to agree, too.
Yeah, see? Rapunzel knows what's up. Life goals right
That's
now.
funny, Rapunzel.
And, yes, Bubbles brought in butterflies, small snakes, leaves, and grasshoppers. I wish Radar would bring me in snakes. I love snakes. They're so soft. They're just the greatest. And everyone thinks that I'm insane. And yes, she is living her best life. And I could see us, just I'm on one side of a village, you're on the other side, Brandi, and we each have our own.
Yeah, and we have a podcast about how we're old and crazy and senile.
PJ comes up the mountain every week.
You guys will be replaying this sometime. This old episode, this ancient episode.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, I love it. It is a nice calm start. You're just like, oh yeah, great. This is going really well. This is going too well. And then these guys show up. And turns out General Zhao is now an admiral.
No, he was never a general. Okay, whoa. You got your military ranks all wrong.
Yeah, didn't I?
No, he used to be a commander. So admiral is part of the Navy. Admiral is Zhao is part of the Navy. And the Navy does not have generals. They have commanders and admirals. So Zhao was never going to be a general because he's in the Navy.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I cannot let this go. Like, my dad would be so upset if I did not set the record straight, right?
I appreciate knowing now. So he had Commander Zhao to Admiral Zhao.
Yes.
There it is. Also, Rapunzel brings up a good point. How does that old lady get up and down the staircase? It's massive and so steep. Your knees see that and just nope themselves out of there.
She is an herbalist. I'm sure her joints are fine.
And yes, Brandi, use all that information gained from childhood.
Didn't you just love the way these guys were like, what was it? They could nail a fly to the wall without hurting them or something like that?
Yeah, they could like pin a fly to the wall without harming it or something.
Yeah,
like
that's it. Yeah.
That's insane. I think they're cool character design.
I think that they're really cool. I think they are deserve to be on the top 10 underutilized characters in cartoon history. Dare I say anime history.
We only see them for one episode. It's like
we do.
They didn't kill them, so where'd they go?
I think it's also they are the only people who have really captured the Avatar.
Yes.
We have a couple of people who do it throughout the series a few times, but we have never seen anybody else get the upper hand on Aang so easily.
That's true. Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, watching it first time through, did you think oh well, I guess this is the end of the series?
So okay. Again, I'm coming out with another little factoid for you. This was going to be the end of season 1. Because originally this series was only given 13 episodes, so Nickelodeon only greenlit it for 13 episodes. And so this was going to be the original end of season 1.
Wow. Are you sure about that?
Yep, it's in Avatar Extras.
Oh.
Pretty well documented. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh.
And they were really trying to set a more strong and I'm not going to say mature storytelling, because I think that there are more mature storytelling themes that they've done in episodes previous to this, but they were really trying to be this is the end and we have no idea where it's going to go. And I just keep thinking about if this was the end of season 1, what would season 2 be?
Yeah, because we'd probably end up with like 4 books at that point.
Yeah, we probably would have if each
Oh.
season only consisted of 13 episodes.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
And forgive me for sounding like disrespectful if it is, but okay. So like for example, the other day we were talking about with Joe about anime and it has to be like, you know, it has to be Japanese to be anime and stuff. But what if it's done in the same spirit? Like, what's the real difference? Like, if it's not, you know, if it's done abroad, what can you shed a light on that, Katie? Or
mostly from what I've seen is Avatar is considered Western anime, so like Americanized anime, because it's the same drawing style, and sometimes you have those exaggerated scenes, but it's not nearly as much as what we have in typical anime from Japan. That's what I've been going with, but Brandi, you might have heard otherwise.
No, I would like have to agree. So like I'm not going to say that I'm an expert in anime. I don't watch a whole lot of anime.
You aren't a weeb?
No. And so
yeah, what was that pause? That was like the consideration, like no.
Well, I had to think of all my options here. But yeah, I would say that it's a Western kind of anime. I feel like it draws very heavily from anime.
It's anime inspired, like Rapunzel said.
Yeah, but that's why I was like, I don't know if we can call it anime. I've never considered it anime, but like it's already been well established that I don't have a good benchmark of what is anime, what is not anime. So I don't think
it's like
I'm
a bridge, kind of.
Yeah, how the Avatar is the great bridge between the human world and the spirit world. Avatar is also the great bridge between cartoons and anime.
Yes, exactly. Well, anime aficionados, when people call Avatar anime, Joe even made a face when it was mentioned on PJ's stream.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Something he did. Yeah.
And then Bree, most of the show was animated in Korea. Hey, so I guess that would probably be why it was influenced. Like if it was an American cartoon that you animate over in Korea, it would probably pick up a bit more of that anime style.
Well, and I also like have a question because I'm always thinking of like things from production side and like studios and what they think. Do you think that like the creators wanted it to be more anime, but Nickelodeon, being more of a Western television network, didn't go with more of an anime style? They were afraid of letting it be that, so that's why we kind of have like this in between thing.
I personally, I would think that. I haven't seen anything like official, but because it's so rooted in Eastern culture and Asian culture, I would imagine that they were trying to be playing off of that and following what they do for animation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Bree said she'll do this until the day she dies. Avatar is an anime. It has a beach episode. Please, people have the beach episode. It's true. Oh, PJ, can't wait until you get to season 3. It's, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Or even just the end of season 1, because if this had ended season 1, I mean, it would have been so anticlimactic knowing now what season 1 actually ended with. So, apparently they were really inspired by Studio Ghibli and Cowboy Bebop.
Well, I mean, Brandi, if this would have been the last episode, it may have the story of this episode may have ended differently. Do you think?
I don't know. I don't really think so because the way that this episode ends, I think it really cements like what side is Zuko on, and
yes.
So I feel like if this was the end of the series, and like this was like the way the episode happens is the way that it was going to happen if it was the end of the season. I feel like everybody would have been picking up more on, oh, maybe Zuko isn't the bad guy. Maybe Zuko isn't the bad guy, because throughout all of season 1, when I was watching it as a kid, I was just like, yeah, Zuko is the bad guy. And like we have some moments where he's like, oh, well, maybe he could be something different, but I was just always like, well, he just wants Aang to get his honor back. Like anything good that he does is just get his honor back. But I feel like if it ended here at this moment, we would have been like, waited like the whole summer
yeah
to know like like what really was Zuko's intentions and stuff like that. And I feel like I would have been questioning if Zuko was the villain or not.
It doesn't feel like a capstone for a season. It definitely feels more like one of the meatier episodes. But that, I don't know, the ending for the episode, it works better if you continue going from there, because this is it's kind of like a splitting in the narrative. Like, so far we've just been seeing Zuko is the villain, Zuko is the villain, Zuko is the villain, and now it's like, why did he save Aang? Is it self-serving? Is it like, what's going on? And I think people need answers quickly.
Yeah, it kind of establishes that doubt in Zuko's character, like, oh, is he the villain? But then it also comes in and gives us, like, if we were to say, oh, Zuko isn't the villain, then we're like, we're like looking for a villain. Like, okay, who is the villain? And this episode very clearly like paints the picture. Zhao is the villain here. Zhao was the one that captured the Avatar. Zhao was the one that, was setting these plans in motions. And from this episode on, spoiler, but like we really do see Zhao being more of the main villain.
Oh, absolutely.
What do we have? Like 9 more episodes?
Yeah, 9 or 8? They added a lot onto this. If this was going to be considered the original finale.
Yeah.
We want more. Give us more.
We went from 13 to 22, I believe.
Dang, all right.
Yeah. There's either 22 or 21 episodes. I don't know. You can take a corner off my nerd card if you want.
Okay. We'll see. Also, hey Coco, how's it going? But yeah, so PJ, I'm really interested to know, what did you think about the reveal of Zuko being the blue spirit?
I wasn't, all right, so I should have seen it coming, but like, I should have seen it coming, but I was so naive when I was watching it. I'm like, oh, I like, it could be anybody. But I thought it was I really enjoyed the episode, to be honest. And it was really it was really a solo episode, but I thought it was fun. I was surprised at how they caught him, and I was surprised that I don't know. I just a lot of pleasant surprises. I might not be so surprised when I watch a few more episodes. I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. They did a very deceptive thing in this episode. And it's very clear when he breaks Aang out of the prison cell is he doesn't use his firebending when he's blue spirit. He actually had a bucket of water with him, which, boy, where'd you keep that bucket of water? Where was that? Because it was pulled out of nowhere. But aside from that,
I like to think that he was walking down the hallway. He passed the janitor's closet, and he was like, opportunity. Picked up the bucket. There we go. Like,
see, Coco said she didn't think it was him either.
Okay, so
really,
I just want to say something. So, PJ, you said that you felt like you were naive and you fell for it. Like, I watched this as a kid and I did the exact same thing. But I feel like I would almost do the exact same thing watching it as an adult too. And I think it's just like how well written and how well executed like this episode is. Like, I would not call myself naive if I fell for that. Like, I would just be like, the creators did their job, fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, when you look back at it though, it's so obvious it's him. I mean,
I think it is obvious, but at the same time, like, this series, like, why can't it just be a spirit helping the Avatar?
Yeah.
Like,
and we just had some spirit-heavy episodes, so it
exactly
makes sense.
like why can't it be something from the spirit world helping the Avatar get free, and he was going to learn something, kind of like spooky spiritual, like woo, like why couldn't it very well could have ended like that, and I think that would have been very satisfactory, but it didn't. It was Zuko, and I felt like it was a big old like twist, and you were just like, what? So please, like, if if you are watching this as an adult and you did not see Zuko being the blue spirit, like, do not call yourself naive. Like, that's just good storytelling.
You good.
Pat yourself on the back.
And it's not just like good storytelling in the fact that, oh, plot twist, but also like you are seeing a new side of Zuko completely like introduced, just completely cold. Like this entire season so far, you're like, oh, he wouldn't do anything. Like he just wants to catch the Avatar, and that's it. And then to see him for most of the episode without knowing it's him, you think he's actually trying to genuinely save Aang. Like it works because he's not like trying to stab him with the swords or anything. He's just like, all right, bruh, follow me. Here's the door.
Well, and we've seen Zuko act honorably in past episodes from this season, like when he was doing Agni Kai with Zhao back in like, what is it, episode 3? Like,
yeah,
he ended that very honorably. Even just last episode during the storm, he had a chance to either save his crew or possibly get the Avatar, and he chose to save his crew. So we've definitely had these moments with Zuko's character where you are like, maybe he is the bad guy, maybe there is good in him. So I think one of the reasons why like Zuko being the blue spirit doesn't feel like so, dare I say, out of the blue is because of all these great moments. It's because of all these great moments we've seen in the past episodes where he does have these really, really good good moments for his character and stuff like that. So isn't Zuko's character the best, guys?
He is. Well, and it brings about the question of what if the 100-Year War hadn't happened? What if Aang had met Zuko? Would they be good friends? Because clearly he has an honorable side to him. And I don't know, personally, I think he and Zuko would have been friends if they were born at the same time.
Really?
Totally. Because Aang says he had a friend in the Fire Nation named Kuzan, and they're best friends, and it's like, they're all gone except for Boomy. Boomy's just too stubborn to die.
You know what? You know what came into my mind? I was thinking that at some point they're gonna find an old man, and that's gonna be Kuzan.
Yeah.
Is that not gonna happen?
I hate to burst that bubble.
Oh,
it's a beautiful bubble.
It could still happen. They're expanding the Avatar universe, so who knows?
Thanks, Brandi.
And also,
there's a fan theory about who Kuzan really is, but I don't know if you want to get into that.
Yes, get into it.
There's a fan theory.
So people think that, and this theory has been debunked. People think that Kuzan is actually Fire Lord Azulon, which is the son of Fire Lord Sozin. So Fire Lord Sozin starts the 100-Year War, and then Azulon takes over, and then Azulon is the father of Iroh and Ozai. So Azulon, Kuzan, they're thinking maybe it was a name that they changed so that he could, I don't know, go into the city.
Actually have a normal life.
Yeah, and then another thing is, obviously Aang was around royalty because he was friends with Boomy. So if we're assuming that Boomy was a prince when he was younger, they had Aang around Boomy because Boomy was going to be a world leader, and they would have already known that Aang was the Avatar, so they were putting him around these world leaders so that they could already have a friendship for the future. However, it is, I think the creators have said that Azulon was 95 years old at the time of his death, which meant that he was actually born after the 100-Year War. But exactly. So it doesn't really, unfortunately, doesn't match up with the timeline, but that's not to say that they won't change it to make it that if they wanted to, because obviously Azulon's age.
I'm really impressed, Brandi.
No.
Your knowledge.
I know, right? No, Brandi is
wow.
a wealth of Avatar knowledge.
I'm sorry. I feel like I go on all these rants.
No, they're amazing.
No,
That's what the people are here for. It's like Bree says, there's a fan theory for everything, and Brandi knows them all.
Please, if I get something wrong, like call me out on it. Like I have a lot of like working knowledge, and sometimes I make mistakes. Like sometimes I can't even write my own name, guys. Like that's the kind of brain I'm dealing with. So
well, I don't know enough yet to call you out. Katie's gonna have to call you out.
I will probably, in my sleep-deprived state, maybe find one or two, but not pick up on all of them. And also, gotta point out, Shadowcat says, like Jennifer Hale's character, Jennifer Hale voices Kyoshi, which she will return in another very funny episode. Probably one of the funniest ones, I think, in Avatar that we have. So we'll see how that one goes. But also, this episode, like we mentioned earlier, it really solidifies Zhao as the main villain. And this is truly one of the only times in the series.
Villain for season 1.
True. But this is one of the only times in the series that we actually see Aang be captured. And I gotta say, for an 11-year-old who's totally like tied up and there's this villain staring you down, he's just like, I just want to take these frogs to my friend, man. Come on.
I love the scene where they're running down the hallway and like the frogs are like thawing.
Yes. No, my friends have to suck on those frogs.
You can't de-thaw. Thawing is already. Anywho.
I mean, is it freezing thawing?
Did you guys keep thinking about like licking psychedelic toads every time you saw the frogs?
Wait until you get to the cactus juice.
Oh, bro. Yes, season 2 cactus juice. That makes me want to try cactus juice. I've had cactus ice cream, but I haven't had cactus juice. So, yeah. Why don't you untie me?
How was the cactus ice cream?
It was okay. It was actually really sweet. I have a feeling they just poured sugar on a cactus and mashed up and said, here you go. But it was like a vibrant pink, which is really cool. So if you're ever in Phoenix, Arizona, they have, what is it called? Something cactus ice cream. Prickly pear cactus ice cream. Because they're edible.
That's good. But, that's
awesome.
good. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. It's delicious. But also, yeah, Rapunzel points out, why did you untie me and fight me like a man? No. Like, that's totally a Jason Isaacs response. Because he voices, of course, General Zhao. Or Admiral Zhao.
Admiral. In the Navy.
I didn't know that was Jason Isaacs.
Yes. Oh, yes. He voices Zhao the entire time he's in the series. And it totally freaked me out when I found out that fact. I was like, Lucius Malfoy? Just he's adding another villain to his list of characters he's played. Yeah. But Rapunzel, licking frogs didn't bother me until I saw a certain picture today. Now I'm permanently disturbed by the thought. Okay.
So here's the thing. I'm kind of intrigued, but at the same time, it's Rapunzel, so I don't know what to think. That's not saying anything bad about Rapunzel. She's great, but like,
I just found the picture she was referencing.
Is it terrible? Like, is it really that bad?
It's kind of incredible. Let me just. Oh my gosh, Rapunzel, why?
I said, I'm scared and like intrigued all at the same time. I have so many what the.
Oh wow.
Apparently frogs have butt cheeks.
What an image. Well,
our stream is gonna be shut down. Oh, Rapunzel, you send the greatest of things.
That's interesting, yeah, Rapunzel.
That does look like the frogs that they were sucking on too. Oh, that picture sent me the cakes on that. What a way to phrase it. Oh my gosh. Yes. It showed up on your Facebook feed. Don't know why these things find you. Because it's meant to be. Because
it really truly is.
And that could explain the reactions that they had at the end of the episode, where the frogs have thawed, and then Sokka and Kara just go, yeah, it's like I'd understand if I saw that in my mouth. Oh my gosh, nope, pass. Also, I think where was it? It was a while ago. Oh, can I scroll all the way back up? Shadowcat pointed out they liked the part where they were trying to explain to Momo, we need water, Momo,
Yes.
water. And it's hilarious to think that the animals in Avatar still don't understand the humans, just like here in the real world. Oh, a blessing and a curse. You're blurst. Rapunzel finds the best blurst images. I have a folder that's called Order the Blue Lotus Cursed Images. And
that is going to be a beautifully curated folder by the end
when we
of this.
finish the series, it's going to be incredible. Incredible. Now, I do have one more question for you, PJ, and that's, Did you think that Aang was... Oh, no! I clicked the wrong button. Gosh dang.
No.
Okay. Did you think that Aang was ever in really any danger with the Blue Spirit?
Oh, no. It was obviously a move to get out. No, absolutely not. By the way, can I just say one thing? I think now the cartoon actually looks a little bit like Jason Isaacs, to be honest.
Yeah? On it.
I think he does.
He kind of does. Let me find where to go. Where's the picture? He kind of, he has that disgruntled look.
Well, maybe not in that picture, but
no, it's kind of reminds me of
Lorca
in Discovery.
Yeah, like this one.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
totally. No, I love it when the character just fits so perfectly the voice actor. Even on a physical level, like I can see that now. But I don't like Zhao.
I mean, do you think that like they let the voice actor influence how the character looks? So like they knew he was going to voice Zhao, so then that kind of like influence.
It could be.
Good question.
Don't they have to record their audio before they can sync it in animation? So maybe someone who was a Jason Isaacs fan in Korea and was like, "Oh, I can make this work."
Well, it would have been like that, but they also would have had character design development already done when they're like voicing. So, like I said, I'm always thinking about production side of things.
The more I look at the images, they let him. They let there be some influence on the drawing. I think.
And I love that. Also, Rapunzel, Zhao's evil plan was pretty good. Keep the Avatar in captivity and barely alive so he can't be reborn. That is a pretty dark thing to bring up in a kid's show. Like, at this point, we know it's Avatar. They're going to talk about all these topics, but just be like, yeah, no, we're going to keep you within an inch of your life. And
good point.
Actually have a good plan. Like, I hate to admit it, but that's a good plan.
It is a good plan, but I think Zhao typically has good plans. He just like lets his own ego get in the way. Like Zhao is the kind of villain that like is gonna get away with it, but then shoots himself in the foot. Like,
Yep.
That's the problem with Zhao.
He has all these grand intentions, and then it's just
pretty much.
Some dude in a kabuki mask showed up. Oh gosh. And Shadowcat, yes, the universe does work in odd ways. You got an email for a car seat. Interesting. See, I've been looking for houses and stuff, and so I've been getting listings for houses all popping up all over the nation. And one of them, just for no good reason whatsoever, popped up near Universal Studios Orlando. That's like my favorite place in the world. And
really?
I'm just like, all right, maybe this is meant to be. Maybe I should just leave everything and go live in Orlando and be a cast member. And I'd be happy with that.
And you have hurricanes every year, Katie.
Exactly. I could forecast for Universal Studios. They have to know when to shut down the park, so good work. Oh, let's see. Where'd it go? Oh,
Katie,
yes.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you this question, but It's nothing to do with what we're talking about. Did
Awesome. We love these side tangents.
Did that flooding in Germany, was that caused indirectly by what was left of Elsa? Or
no, actually, it's really interesting how it works out. So the atmosphere works in wave patterns. It's just like an avatar. There's ebbs and flows and peaks and valleys in the waves, and the atmosphere has the same thing. And so it just so happened that there was just this train right over Germany and over a lot of England, because it's been varying. And these storms basically follow it like a pipeline, and they just come one after the other after the other. And if you have a lot of humidity coming up from the south, well, like we usually do here in the United States, humidity can come from different spots. But if all of that combines with the training thunderstorm effect, you are stuck with it.
So just there were no remnants of Elsa, because sometimes we get remnants. In Europe you get remnants from the tropical storms, but there was no remnants from the tropical storm Elsa.
I don't believe there was. Elsa went a little bit too far north, but still, with the tropical pattern the way it is, you still get moisture from the tropics, even pushed up and east across the Atlantic. Okay. So
I'm sorry, I had to ask you. I apologize.
No, I'm not
upset. I love
the weather. So
I love listening to Katie nerd out about the weather.
I know it's
fun.
Because somebody's passionate about somebody as much as Katie is. It's interesting to listen. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. If only I were as passionate as Avatar, I would be like Brandi's status of knowledge.
Shucks.
Oh,
yeah, but like one of us has an impressive degree and the other one just has like useless knowledge about a cartoon. Let's really think who won in life.
hey, you could literally win in life, because not to toot Brandi's horn, but Brandi could win awards.
I mean, yes, I suppose, but like, again, impressive degree.
Yeah.
That's a big Gordon Malloy line from the Orville. That I just won at life. Because he loves working at the helm. But sorry.
Exactly. Oh, I love it when fandoms intermingle. And also, that's something that we've been talking about here. Apparently, there's 2 voice actors from other episodes that feature in Supernatural, and there's a person from Psych who offers Iroh the tea shop in one of the season 2 episodes. So clearly, they bring in people from all kinds of fandoms for the show, and I think it works so well.
Maybe that's
pretty cool.
Maybe that's what makes Avatar so inviting. It brings in all these people from all these other shows.
Oh, definitely. Because then you're going to find a voice that you recognize, and then it's going to be even more fun. Well, I think we've covered the main topics of this episode, pretty much, is the Blue Spirit and Miyuki. And sucking frogs. But I also, yes, Shadowcat, you need to make the Avatar weather forecast. It's happening. I'm just working on my cosplay, because there's elements to it that I don't think I can reasonably source, but I can totally jerry-rig them and like make them. How do I put it? They'll be ratchet, but they'll work. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I gotta go and buy some cement, and it'll be perfect. So we'll see. Cabbage Man cosplay should totally happen. And Brandi's doing a cosplay right now. So
I sure am.
By the way, there should be a. Go ahead, Kate.
Oh, go ahead. No.
I was just going to say that there should be a message at the end of this episode saying that no frogs were actually frozen to make this episode.
Trust me, they're okay. They're just frogs. And they're animated. They're okay. You can both be ladies in STEM, Brandi engineers, killer videos. It's a stretch, but it's engineering. Hey, it could work.
Probably not.
Yeah. Shout out to Brandi's picture, by the way. I'm scared now. Yes, be scared. If I ever buy cement, you should be scared. But this show gives so much, and the Blue Spirit cosplay is actually something that would be a good transition to something that I have for us, because talk about fan art and everything, and cosplay is a form of art in a way. So here are 10 Blue Spirit cosplays you have to see.
Oh, yeah.
And I love this. because you see different variations of the Blue Spirit.
Wow.
So, for instance, you have Samurai by Protege 47. And apparently they took this at a National Resort and Convention Center. So there were other people around, and I feel like they would go up and appreciate the Blue Spirit cosplay just as much. Cosplaying together from scratch, too. So that is impressive. This one goes to show no matter who or what you identify as, you can cosplay whatever you want. Which is so great. And yeah, that is impressive work. The scar looks real.
I was going to say, the scar is really good.
That's good, yeah.
And the mask, too, because like a lot of people, they carve this from EVA foam. If you really want to go hardcore, you could carve it from wood. But with the prices the way they are, not touching that because I'd screw it up too fast. But we have other ones that show, you got the cutout so you can actually see the scar behind the mask. We have ones that actually build the full-on swords. I want that. I want that whole cosplay. And this one is Capito Chai, I believe is how you pronounce it. But yes, I highly recommend following these accounts if you want Avatar cosplay. You can do it just pure makeup-wise, which would be way easier route and really intricate as well. You see people going on location and getting all, stretched out because I would pull something. Like, genuinely would hurt myself. This one's from Comic Book Girl Cosplay. You have one here. Oh, so cool. If I could do makeup, I would totally go for this. But alas, I'm bad at it. Where'd it go? There we go. So we have also.
I could always bring Bree to you sometime, and she could do your makeup.
Do it. But these are quality cosplays that you can just put together if you have a sec or a minute, or if you're just bored, you can carve it together and you can get a really cool result like this. Get some smoke bombs from the 4th of July and add it, and you can do your own little cosplay. So I would 100% recommend popping together a tribute cosplay to the Blue Spirit, because if I see you at a convention, I will lose my mind, and I will come running up to you and just be like, "I love you! Holy cow, you're awesome! Hey, picture! Can I get a picture, please?" And yeah, Rapunzel, they are very impressive. And Bree, let's go. But before we go a little bit farther into the fan art, because I do have a few more pictures, Brandi, do you have any other fan theories for myself and PJ and the lovely viewers out there that will blow our minds?
I do. Okay, so this one
I'm a little scared now.
No, this one is so good. This one's so good. Okay, so
is it a Brandi original or was it sourced?
I was just gonna ask that. Yeah.
You know it's a Brandi original.
Oh my god!
Okay, so this one, it's a bit of a stretch, but I don't know. This one's about the let's go about the Yu Yan archers.
Okay.
Okay, so we know that they are extremely skilled, and they're also the Fire Nation's secret weapon. I think these guys are airbenders.
What?
Exactly. So I think that they are airbenders. They can't produce any bending, like they either do not know the techniques. But something interesting about airbending is that it's very spiritual. So that's why we have a lot of monks who are airbenders, because there's like this spiritual connection. And if you lose that spiritual connection, your airbending will actually kind of weaken. So we see this in the Kyoshi books, actually, a little bit. And so I think that these guys are airbenders, but they don't have that spiritual connection, but they still have a connection to the wind. And so they can actually perceive the wind. They understand it a little bit more, which is why their accuracy is so good.
I hate that I like this.
So wait, so does that make sense to you, Katie?
That kind of does, especially if you consider, like, the random chaos of the universe. There's got to be someone who wasn't an airbender, but like maybe they have the genetic code for it. It's a recessive gene or something, and they met someone, and then boom, out of the 100 years, there's bound to be at least one airbender, whether they know it or not. So
also something that's interesting about their character design is you can't see their eyes too clearly, but the eyes that you can see, they are kind of gray, and airbenders have gray eyes.
Dang it, I don't. Oh my gosh, it could work. It could work.
They could be hazel, they could be gray. I'm calling them gray. So I think that the way that these Yuyan archers started out is that they were monks who left the air temple, and throughout the generations they've kind of continued on. And everybody who is part of the Yuyan archers also has a tattoo. And so I think that that's something that carried over from the kind of air nomad culture is tattoos. And
that could work.
Exactly.
You're talking me into this.
Yes. Makes a little too much sense.
Now, what if, because this is my theory as being a kid, and PJ, I want to know if you think this too, the fingers on this, they kind of look like they're made up of the earth. So as a kid, I thought maybe they're just, this one's an amputee and he's an earthbender and uses the earth to make earthbending to make their fingers so they can still be a part of the fighters.
I was thinking that they were like just a sheath that they put on their fingers to but I mean, you understand all this better than I do, so.
No, as an adult, I looked back and I was like, oh yeah, that's totally a slip. But hey, maybe.
What about these two fingers though?
True. Those are just normal human fingers. They're just like, you know what? This won't work at all in my archery. We're just save some extra money, buy an extra cup of tea, and not get the sheath. And also, Tim, how's it going? Oh, thanks for dropping by. And yes, Shadow Cat, good night / good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you've been enjoying Avatar, and good luck with Legend of Korra. And then whatever will come after that, because you are joining the fandom at a very good time, because we're getting new content sometime soon.
They say that the live action Netflix series is going to start filming in the fall. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it.
Really?
I don't know if I should be happy or not.
What? You know what we need to do? After season 1, we need to do a special Order of the Blue Lotus where we review the movie that does not exist. The M. Night Shyamalan movie. And PJ, I would love to know your take on it. So we'll probably have you watch a torturous movie and just know it's not canon.
But wait, it's okay, I want to watch that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
See, I had that zeal for it once when I bought the ticket, and ever since I've never wanted to watch it ever again.
Wait, so what's this live action that Brandi's talking about?
So Netflix has the rights to produce a live action Avatar series,
and
TV series, and they've been talking about doing it for a couple of years now, and the original creators were attached to the project at one point, but left due to creative differences. So like that's already like putting a little bit of doubt in my heart, because I was really excited that the creators were on there and was hoping that they were going to fight and it was going to be like this really great series, and then they left due to creative differences, which is just like TV talk for like studio wanted to go one way, creators wanted to go the one way, and money always wins. So studio won.
What happened with the movie?
But so Netflix is still going to make a live action TV series about the series. I have no idea. We don't really have a whole lot of information about it, which is why I'm
only info.
This is why I'm kind of doubtful that they're going to start production in the fall, because we're only a couple of months away, and it takes time to make a TV series, guys.
Yes, it does. Oh, I don't trust it. I've been scarred for so many years.
Well, and I kind of don't wonder if the plan just kind of falls to the wayside, especially with Avatar Studios, And
That's what I thought would happen.
Yeah, but obviously the contract's already been signed and money has already been handed over. But who knows? I'm interested to see how it happens, but I don't have high hopes. I really don't. I've been hurt and I can't trust no more.
Look, anytime a series says we want to make it more mature, it usually means we're going to drop out all the color, we're going to make it grayscale, and we're going to focus on the depressing, pessimistic side of things.
Also, everybody is like in high school now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
that's what that means.
There's fan art that goes along with that, and I can actually show it because I've been waiting for the perfect opportunity. But when he left, that's when I lost my hope for it. But who knows? They released characters descriptions. They were extremely different. Sounds like it's a modern high school. Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like
Riverdale.
I was gonna say I think it's turned into a Riverdale situation, and I'm not too excited.
Well, that makes me think more about where did it go? I have all of this fan art. That works. But yeah, just being more like the kids, and I guess they're punks. Like I hope they don't turn them into punks. But here's a couple of fan art pics that go with the whole like behind the scenes if this was a live action show. And you get to see everyone hanging out and just chilling, having a good time, and behind the scenes playing the old school DSs, and it works. But I have a feeling that in real life the crew would just be like, "Oh, this is awful," and just go back to their trailers, just be like, "I hate this so much." So we'll see. I might be completely wrong. I don't think it's a good idea to get excited about it. I'd love to be pleasantly surprised, but I doubt it.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. I'm so conflicted, much like the boulder.
Yeah, the boulder is conflicted.
I don't think I'm going to get over my conflicted feelings, though.
Yes. PJ, I can't wait until you meet the boulder. The boulder is incredible.
Is he friends with that geode Star Wars rock? Or I'm just joking, but
I might just be tired. What am I missing?
There's a character there's a new Star Wars character. Its name is Geode, and it's a rock. You haven't heard about that?
Really?
No.
I've been way behind.
Hey, sorry. Obviously, Katie and I, we live under a rock. Thank you so much. I'll be here all week.
Hello, Tim knew what you were talking about. Oh my gosh. Well, Brandi, I think the Archer theory, I will hesitantly accept that as
like
a fan.
I said, I don't think there's a lot like grounding the theory. I think it's an interesting thought.
How many of your theories, Brandi, actually? Because I've heard a lot of your theories, but so have you ever had any of your theories confirmed in any way?
No, I suppose
we have a journal here, and if I ever meet the creators, we are going to get them confirmed. No, but they make sense. They genuinely do. So,
well, that's what I always try to do with the theories is at least make them grounded in the universe. I'm not trying to break any rules here.
It's well thought out. Let me just say that.
Brandi brings the quality to the show. I bring the pictures, and PJ, you bring the fun.
No. This is a group effort, guys.
This is good high fives.
Just like fist bump.
There we go.
My Cabbage Man or something. I don't know.
Yeah, tap.
Yeah, there we go.
But are there any other fan theories that you have for us, Brandi?
I do not. I don't have any more for this week.
Oh,
but you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I am going to make a list of Miyuki's war crimes, and we will discuss that in Bato of the Water Tribe.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Can I just say, Brandi, that I look forward to the day where I know enough to come up with fan theories. So you inspire me.
Oh, well.
Also, wait.
Is that just this week?
Oh, okay, so wait a second. Bree said to look up this character of Geode, I was not anticipating it's an actual rock.
Yes. The Fandom Menace has been going after this for like 6 months, Katie. Or like 5 months.
What?
I'm gonna know how I missed this. How did I miss a rock? Like,
oh my gosh. What
okay.
is this?
To be fair, this is a very Disney Star Wars thing to do.
How so? How so?
It's animated?
Well, I'm just saying, like
we don't. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that, like, this rock, like, oh, like, what if we had a character in Star Wars? It's just a rock, guys. Like, what? That feels like a very, like, it almost feels like a Marvel thing.
It's like, not even a geode. That's
what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, this is so Disney Star Wars. Like, I don't know if this was actually to happen, Star Wars, before Disney bought it, maybe it would be different. Maybe, but I'm just like, this has got some cookie cutter Disney on it.
I'm really hoping it's just like a creature that like pretends to be a rock and camouflages into a rock, but. You know.
Yes, that's what Rapunzel was saying. Is that his camouflage form? So I really hope, because otherwise I'm going to be so confused.
Thanks for sharing that, Rapunzel.
At the same time, I also kind of want it to be like the grandmother Willow Tree from Pocahontas, like really sassy and like gives out great life advice. And that's the only thing that it does. Like, if it's like that, maybe I will accept the rock.
We'll all need some of that advice these days, and if it has to come from a rock, it has to come from a rock. I'll take it. But you know what has a little bit more artistic design than a rock? The fan art.
You're gonna have to send that one to me. That one might be my new phone background.
I like this.
And you can get it as a poster, I found. I cannot find the artist, but it is on Pinterest. And you can get it, I believe it's on Redbubble to potentially print it out and have it as a poster. But I love every little bit of this picture.
That'd be a good t-shirt.
It would.
I want it as a t-shirt. Yeah.
You have the subtle dragon accents here on both sides, which we find out in Zuko's story later on that they're very important. You have the Fire Nation emblem, which also is above Zuko's head because he has that hairpiece that he can slip his little Fire Nation emblem on to, that signifies the Fire Nation. And
and it also, sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but it would also signify royalty, and like who he is as a Fire Lord.
And you have the crossed swords, which are a signature of Zuko in the series. You'll find out, PJ. I'm so excited for you to find out. But this is just, if he had a coat of arms, this would be it.
This is 100% it.
Oh my gosh. Also, Brie, from the wiki, Geode's true name can only be pronounced by those without a mouth. The heck?
Yeah, you see, this is the...
Is that true? Wow.
What?
Thank you,
No wonder the Fandom Menace is talking about this. Thank you, Brie, doing the hardcore research. But I will send that to you guys. Actually, I'll tweet out all of the fan art that we have, and we'll put that on the forecast_fandom Twitter that you guys can always check out there. Now, here's another one that would be a really good bookmark that I really, really like, and I wish I knew what it said.
Is this like the wanted poster for the Blue Spirit, you think?
I don't know. It could work as one, but I just need it translated. So if we know anyone who speaks Japanese, please let me know. Or even just, you have to read Japanese and just type it. But I love this, and I want it as a bookmark. And that's the reason I pulled it for this.
Yeah,
and then we have... Yeah, and I want to get back to conventions because I can pick up all the bookmarks. I have so many of the metallic bookmarks that are from like Avatar or from Good Omens, and I'm a sucker for bookmarks, guys. I don't even read all that much. I just like bookmarks. And this one, we actually have a person who we can credit this to. This is Lauren Illustrated, and if Avatar was a little bit different in style, like if they changed the general look of the show, I would be totally cool with it if it looked like this. Because I like that art.
That's nice.
I think
fire.
I think when we see fan art like this, I'm reminded of how young everybody really is. Like, like this one, I'm just like, oh yeah, he's a total teenager. Whereas when I'm watching the show, I'm like, I don't know, he could be 30. I would believe it. But it's like this one, I feel like these fan arts just like always kind of capture that.
They really do.
Youthful glow.
It's the eyes. They're just sweet little children, and you kind of lose that a little bit in the show because you get so engrossed in it. But it's like they're kids fighting a war. That's a very good way of talking about it and dealing with children and the effects of war. It's not like in your face depressing. It's like, no, this is a reasonable assumption of what it could have been like for them, and it's not preposterous like some stories are. Also, apparently that was Chinese, and it might have been just the text from the wanted poster, but I still need it translated. So anyone Chinese students around who are bilingual, maybe? I never took any extra language classes in school, so I'm just stuck with English.
Hey, but you know what? You can predict the weather. I feel like that's cooler. I don't know. That's just me. Personal
weather
opinion.
Is the universal language.
No,
if you point at a tornado, they know.
No Greek at all, Kitty? A little bit?
I know the swear words, but that's it. You learn that from going to the donut shop with all the Greek men, and you just see they're just talking, and they're talking really loud and emphatically, and then all of a sudden they just start bursting out laughing, and they start smacking the desk, and you're just my brother and I were little kids, and we would sit on the side of the donut shop, and we'd just be like, what the heck are they talking about? And to this day, it's one of our fondest memories. And we still don't know what they were talking about. They could have just been like, look at these stupid kids. They don't know what we're talking about. We could say anything. Hi, stupid. We'd just be like, hi. It would have been hilarious. But French and German only are afraid. Only? That's impressive. Oh, I do look up Klingon. I have the Klingon dictionary on my phone. And cinnamon roll Zuzu. Yes. Whenever I see young Zuko, I'm just like, Zuzu. And knowing how to predict the weather counts as another language to you, I'll take that. Happily take that. But that is all I have for the fan art for this episode. And, Brandi, I think we might actually finish this one in under 2 hours.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's a miracle.
It is. No, I like this new, focusing on the important topics of it. This is definitely still a fluid structure. And we appreciate everyone who is in the comment section because you give us a lot of structure too.
Yeah, great chat today, guys, in the comment chat section.
Oh, amazing. We had Brianna, we had Rapunzel, we have Louise X Sparrow. I'm just going to keep on going through because we've had so many people. Kylo Tim's back here popping up. We had Shadowcat who just binged through the entire series.
A true legend.
Wow.
A true legend.
Archer Jacob Barton, thank you so much for stopping by. I know we have a lot of people who tune in after the fact, so if you're tuning in and watching us on the replay, thank you for doing that. Our channel is still growing, and the goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. So if you have any nerdy friends who like Avatar and you would love them to nerd out in the comment section, feel free to share this with them and tell them to stop by and subscribe.
Forget Christmas. Let's do Halloween maybe.
I love Halloween.
PJ coming in with the confidence. He's like, no.
You should have a Halloween 1K bash is what you should have.
Oh,
where we all dress up. How about this?
Gosh,
if we can reach 1,000 by Halloween, I will do my first cosplay.
Yes. Okay, guys, that has to happen now because we could do a Halloween party, a 1,000 subscribers Halloween cosplay party, and just have everyone in the comments roll through. Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun. Oh my gosh, we have to do that now. PJ, thank you for the brilliant idea that I'm now going to consistently write down.
When you set a goal, it helps you get there. So setting a goal is good.
I just got to get a little bit more.
I need PJ to motivate me through my whole week.
No, seriously, PJ is the greatest hype man. Like, PJ, I don't say this enough. You are incredible, and you do so much for the fandoms, and you help out so many creators. Like,
that's so sweet. I appreciate it. I used to be a professional hype man, so that's why.
There you go. There you go. It used to be.
Secrets revealed.
But oh my goodness, thank you to everyone who tuned in. PJ, thank you for coming by. We will absolutely
honor to be here. Thank you guys.
Always. Anytime, especially considering that it's your virgin viewing and we always love to know what you think.
Yeah.
And you're just a fantastic person.
I love this one, and I love the fact that you girls loved it too, because I loved the other time I was here, I loved it, and Katie was like, I hate this one.
I think that was the great divide. Which makes a great divide in the fandom. Like it doesn't matter who you talk to. You either hate it or you love it. And I love it. So
see, it's still just the great divide. It lives up to its name. And also Brianna completely agrees. You need PJ to motivate you. Totally. Whole life. Greatest hype band right there. But thank you also to just everyone who's been a part of this for the past 13 episodes that we've done now. And we're going to keep going, and it's going to be awesome. And also, there might be a giveaway coming up soon because there was a sale at Target. So stay tuned, guys, because we're going to probably have some fun stuff coming up. And also, I have a ton of free time, so there could be some other giveaways too. So, especially for the season finale. So get those people to subscribe so they can be a part of it, and it's going to be awesome. But thank you guys so much. Brandi, PJ, lovely as always, and amazing as always with your fan theories, especially Brandi.
Well, I try. But is next episode the fortune teller?
Yes, it is.
I might have to think about some fan theories on this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get stumped? Is that
I don't know. You see, so each week we usually go into it and I'm like, I don't really know what fan theories I'm gonna come up with, and then I rewatch the episode and then I'm like, the secrets of the universe open up to me. But I have been thinking about the fortune teller for quite some time, and I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
I will tell you, I actually wrote this down. I can't remember. I think it was either Rapunzel or Louise or Brianna, but I have the sticky note from one of our first episodes, which clearly you can't even see, but it does say Avatar twins, Havatar. And because in the next episode we have twins, and one of them's a bender and one of them's not. And it brings up an interesting idea. So that'll be my fan theory that I bring to the table. It's gonna be great.
Well,
but thank you guys again.
Well, you know what? You just said that, and it just reminded me of a fan theory.
You were an encyclopedia, girl.
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm like this.
That's good.
I wouldn't have you any other way.
Oh, thanks. All right. Well, anyways, I'm super excited because the fortune teller, one of my favorite Sokka episodes. Like he has some really good one. Like,
can your science explain why the sky, why there's rain? Yes, it can. That's, as a meteorologist, that is the epitome of my life. Epitome of my life. And we will definitely be talking more about it next week. Thank you to Brianna. Thank you to Rapunzel, Louise, everyone who's been here. And Bri, have Katie come up with the theories next week. You don't want me to come up with all of them. They're weird. And Brandi finds some fan art. I have no doubt, Brandi, you could totally find fan art.
Oh, 100%. None of it would be mine, as we've established. I'm not an artist. But I can totally find some fan art.
It'll work out. But thank you guys again, and we will be back here again next week because there's no weather to speak of, and the actual forecasted temperature in Sioux City is 116, so I will definitely be inside.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Bye.